Deafened by metal, blinded by beer, Decibel's April 2018 issue puts out an all-points bulletin for this year's Decibel Metal and Beer Fest. Headlined by Carcass and At the Gates, the weekend's festivities will also include beer, Monster Magnet, beer, mayhem, beer, repulsion, beer, and more beer. All total, 14 bands will grace the stage and about 17 breweries will be represented. Albert Mudrian turns the editor's notes responsibilities this month to Hate Eternal's Eric Rutan to pontificate on the importance of Philadelphia's Super Bowl win. Altogether unnecessary because the only thing that matters is that the New England Cheaters lost. Eat shit, Tom Brady. Neil Jameson makes the case for the separation of celebrity culture and the heavy arts in his monthly low culture feature, and Demonaz and Horde of the legendary Immortal prepare the band's first album since Abbott's departure in 2015, with the help of Swedish mastermind Peter Tägtgren behind the boards and filling in on bass, while Seattle upstarts Theories ready for the release of their sophomore album in this month's In the Studio reports. New York's death metal troupe Mutilation writes, Calgary's Grinding Sun's Wake and Chicago's The Atlas Moth with their atmospheric sludge rise to the surface in April's upfront profiles. A Q&A from Pestilence main man Patrick Mamelli and a Hall of Fame induction for Enslaved's 2003 classic Below the Lights round out the non-Metal and Beer Fest articles in this month's issue. Decibel dedicates 13 pages to the tastes and sounds of their upcoming Metal and Beer Fest, being held March 31st and April 1st in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. An in-depth discussion with Carcass's Jeff Walker and At the Gates frontman Thomas Lindberg covers beer, of course, as well as both artists' continued vitality and recent resurgence. New releases from Judas Priest, Abigor, Ilsa, Legend of the Seagullmen, King Witch, Memoriam, Ministry, Monster Magnet, Pestilence, and Twitching Tongues are only a sample of the educated opinions on display to review this month's musical effluence. With Neon Nights, Jeff Treppel rides the synthwave to darken shores with the latest digitally aggressive releases, and Dutch Pierces Through a Speaker Rumbly showcases 6 cassette releases to lament not searching out for your collection. Kevin Stewart Panko's Throw Me a Frickin' Bone discovers that comic nerd culture just might surpass metal nerd culture. Finally, closing out another infinitely informative and entirely entertaining issue, the highly visual Double Negative offers a rousing toast for the upcoming Metal and Beer Fest. Ripping and tearing through the speakers, Skeletal Remains bequeath the vicious track Planetary Genocide for this month's Flexi-Single from Decibel Magazine, Decibel's 88th sonic gift to the metal masses. Founded in 2011, Skeletal Remains emerged from California with their straightforward yet scathing take on death metal cruelty. Percolating with hostility, Planetary Genocide's strident delivery adds a layer of urgency to the proceedings as skinsman Johnny Vallis deftly plies the drums through an assaulting barrage. Lacerating riffs from Adrian Obregon and Chris Monroy circle and pummel the listener with threatening intent as Monroy's vocals land with an abrasive scour. Doubling down on the intensity, the song's middle section hits a gut punch with a fetid riff bottoming out into an eviscerating solo. Ratcheting up the intensity even higher, the song's final minute strafes the listener with punishing viciousness as a determined finality permeates the track's closing moments. Brutal exemplars in American death metal, Skeletal Remains deliver a punishing and percussive attack for Decibel's monthly Flexi-Single. With a forthright delivery, the band percusses the listener with uncompromising brutality and a scalding tenor. This exclusive non-album track, Planetary Genocide, serves as an incendiary harbinger for the band's new release, Devouring Mortality, due on Friday, April 13th, 2018.